In its 4th year, the Snowflake Startup Challenge is back and bigger than ever. And it's time to come where it all started. Back here in San Francisco, we find ourselves in the land of the unicorns, the esteemed Silicon Valley, where leaders are written into history books. Will we find the next garage startup turned tech revolution? Time will tell. This year's participants was the largest to date. Over 100 countries were represented, and it has been narrowed down to just 3. We've got Big Geo. We have Scientific Financial Systems. Come on, let's hear it. And last but certainly not least, SignalFlare.ai. And as I mentioned, this year's competition spanned the globe. What's on the line, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you, in an investment of up to $1 million, visibility and mentorship from publicly listed companies on the New York Stock Exchange, and the chance to ring the iconic NYSE bell. Which founder leads the team, has the product vision, and go-to-market model to use the capital to develop the next leading application on Snowflake? That is what today is all about. But we need your help, your excitement, the enthusiasm to help the judges through this process. Because listen, San Francisco, it is all happening here. You think you can help us out? Now, choosing a winner is no easy feat, but our judges are up to the challenge. And they're going to be judging on 4 core criteria: overall business potential and market opportunity, innovation and the uniqueness of what they've built, how they leverage Snowflake's AI data cloud, and most importantly, the team. Pitches have been refined. Talking points have been worked out. We know what's at stake. And now it's time. San Francisco, please make some noise. It's time to introduce our judges. First up, an individual that needs no introduction, the architect of the Snowflake Startup Challenge, a true go-to-market visionary, the one and only CMO of Snowflake Moscone. Please make some noise for the one and only Denise Pearson. Denise, welcome to Dev Day. The buzz, the excitement is all around us here at Snowflake Summit. You were part of Snowflake in the early days. What will you be looking for in today's competition?
It takes more than an incredible product to succeed. It takes an incredible team with tons of passion, and passion that is really contagious. So let's see if we feel that passion here today and the excitement.
I'm excited. Denise, if you could please take your seat. Our next judge took the idea of a data cloud and put it into practice and built it into the preeminent enterprise AI platform and continues to lead the product team to this day at Snowflake. Please give us a warm welcome for Benoit Dageville, co-founder of Snowflake.
Hey.
Benoit, welcome to Dev Day. Benoit, before you take your seat, What are you looking at? In judging today's presentations, what's top of mind for you?
So the team, as Denise was saying, is super important. The passion, the excitement, also the innovation. For me, innovation is super critical. So I would say team innovation, and of course, leveraging, what we are building days after days, which is, the AI data cloud. So that's the 3 things.
Thank you so much. Next, we have an individual who founded a leading technology-focused investment firm built by founders for founders, and making his 2nd appearance in consecutive years. Please give it up for founder and CEO of Altimeter, Brad Gerstner. Brad, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
The largest Snowflake grand finale here. What's top of mind for you, Brad?
Killer audience. I'm here to learn. This guy built an incredible platform, and now the platform is being greatly expanded. I've never seen this rate of change really in the enterprise. And so I'm excited to see how young startups are building applications that leverage kind of the expanding capabilities of the Snowflake platform.
Brad, looking forward to seeing it. Please take a seat. Last but certainly not least, we have a Wall Street titan who oversees the world's largest equity market and a true data practitioner. San Francisco, please get loud for none other than the president of the New York Stock Exchange, Lynn Martin. Lynn.
Ryan! Aaron.
Such a pleasure. Welcome to Snowflake Summit.
Thanks for having me.
You sit at the intersection of finance and technology, watching companies as they make their debut from private to public. What's top of mind for you today?
Celebrating innovation. That is what we do every single day at the New York Stock Exchange, and providing the capital markets to celebrate that innovation. Given the pace of innovation at an unprecedented rate, can't wait to see what this group has in store for us today.
I love it, Lynn. If you could please take your seat. All right, San Francisco, the stage has been set. Our judges are ready, and I know our audience is ready. That's more like it. So let's jump right into it. Our first finalist hails from Calgary, Canada. Let's hear it for Big Geo.
We're really excited to be part of the story and bringing a brand new capability and opportunity to Snowflake. I'm Brent Lane. I'm the CEO here at Big Geo. Big Geo is the opportunity to use geospatial data in incredibly high velocity, meaningful ways.
And what that allows us to do is index your data and then do queries on it and index against it very quickly.
The Big Geo core technology that powers our solutions is the culmination of 15 years of over 100 of the top scientists in the world.
We solve problems from a fundamental level as opposed to just layering things on top of them.
We're holding on to a technology that is 10 times or even 100 times faster than the next competitor.
I love working at Big Geo. It's not just that the people are fun to work with, but that they're driven to make things the best they can be.
It's not hard to love working with them when they're actually your friends. And what I really do love about working here is that I get to be part of and learn from those people.
Letting truly some of the most intelligent people in their space, you want to unshackle them to explore that creativity and explore how to solve these challenges in novel ways.
Big Geo is a step change improvement from any other geospatial solution on the planet.
To know that you have the most cutting edge architecture, the most high performance solution to solve those problems is incredibly exciting.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Brett Jones, president at Big Geo, and this is Brent Lane, our CEO. We are so excited to be here with you today. Thank you to Snowflake, thank you to NYSE, and thank you, judges, for creating this incredible opportunity for innovative technologies companies around the world. We really appreciate it. With over 80% of data globally containing geospatial attributes, the Big Geo team is even more excited to be bringing brand new capabilities to Snowflake. Woo! Every day we interact with geospatial data. It's the where attribute on all information. Whether you're tracking a delivery, planning a trip, or ordering from your favorite coffee shop, it all hinges on location-based spatial data. But what about a company's data? Customers, products, events. It's not just, geospatial isn't just about maps. It's about accessing that where attribute on all data. So when you know where your customers are, where your products are going, or where your event's taking place, you're using spatial intelligence. Geospatial data is solid gold, and companies are sitting on a ton of it. Today, we plan to show you that Big Geo, powered by Snowflake, is the most performant geospatial intelligence platform in the market. And we encourage you to imagine what would be possible.
Henry Ford once said, if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have told me faster horses. Similarly, in geospatial technology, we're often limited by what we think are limitations that exist today. These limitations like volume of data, types of data, real-time processing, or computational expense. Just as Ford envisioned a future with new modes of transportation, Big Geo is redefining the boundaries of what's possible with geospatial technologies. Our team, some of which are here today, have spent the last 15 years building these technologies from the ground up. These are world-class scientists, mathematicians, and software engineers that aren't just merely technologies that are faster horses, right? Every aspect of this technology has been reimagined to enhance that performance. It's our belief at Big Geo that to build something truly novel and take strides to revolutionize an industry, you must start with a simple phrase. Imagine if. Imagine if we can increase query performance for geospatial by 100 or even 1,000 times. Imagine if we can build cutting-edge three-dimensional solutions with subsurface and aerial data. Imagine if we can combine hundreds of unique geospatial data sets on one interface, eliminating the need for pre-processing. Imagine if we can do all of these things while reducing the amount of electricity required at the data center by up to 90%, cutting down the strain on our grid. Now think, what would be possible? You could have financial traders beating competitors to a trade by analyzing trends up to 20 times faster. How much would that solution alone be worth? Healthcare organizations optimizing hospitals in three-dimensional space, where they can provide patient privacy down to room-level accuracy. You could have retailers combining route optimization, sales trends, and live weather to form predictive, real-time supply chains. And leveraging large language models so every user, every application, and every solution can now be geo-enabled. With Big Geo, you no longer need to imagine if. These solutions and thousands more are now all possible. But how do we do this? Well, to build anything truly massive, you must start with strong foundations. Our foundations are our Big Geo core. Big Geo core is a proprietary technology that segments the Earth into uniquely identified triangles in aerial, surface, and subsurface space that provide incredible benefits. We've leveraged on top of that to build Big Geo Velocity. Big Geo Velocity is a high-performance spatial indexing product that unlocks the potential for 100x performance gains for our customers. They can now store, manipulate, and use spatial information at unprecedented speeds.
In data world, speed is performance and performance is money. Whether you're optimizing compute or creating brand new business value, it's performance that unlocks these capabilities. Capabilities like our Snowflake native app, which launched today, Datascape.ai. Leveraging the power of Big Geo Core and the velocity of and the speed of Big Geo Velocity, Datascape.ai communicates directly with your source data in your Snowflake warehouse, providing it on a 3D and 2D map interface. We integrate advanced AI and machine learning, leveraging Snowflake's natural language models to enable every user within the organization, regardless of expertise, the ability to create intelligent, predictive insights, all safely secured within your Snowflake governance zone. It was the performance gains with GPU and chip technology that unlocked the trillion-dollar industry we see today with AI. Core technologies like Big Geo unlock that same performance gain for geospatial. So join us in making geospatial intelligence the next trillion-dollar industry. Thank you.
Judges, now it's over to you. What questions do you have for Big Geo?
Hey guys, congratulations. Talk to us a little bit about just like where you are. I mean, the science looks amazing. The amount of data and the unlock, I can imagine all these use cases. What are the use cases that are being pulled today, right? Do you have any customers today? Do you have any revenue today? Like, where are you just in, the journey today?
Absolutely, yes, we do. So I'll give you an example of one of our anchor customers, S&P Global.
Yep.
So they used our technology to visualize one of their most valuable data sets, which is 150 polygons representing all of the land ownership in the continental United States. Tons of buyers for that. They wanted to visualize that on a map interface in near real time for their customers to be able to query on that data. We were put into a bake-off with Snowflake's biggest competitor, and we actually were able to outperform their solution by 600 times. So we're now heading down with a series of 10 large projects with S&P Global to service their next generation solutions for geospatial intelligence. But we service everybody from the automotive sector to climate initiatives to precision agriculture. Pretty much anybody who has large geospatial volumes of data that want to visualize it, we're the solution to be able to do that. But we're simplifying it so that any company within Snowflake can get started by leveraging their geospatial data in a simplified format.
Great.
Congratulations. I have just a couple of questions as someone who's looked at geospatial data in my past life. Has your product been focused mostly on the continental US, or is it a global framework that you have built to look at the entirety of the world?
I'm gonna pass it to the big guy.
Which I know can be a much more challenging proposition when you look at geospatial data.
100%. It's a great question.
Yeah, it is a great question. It is a global product, and it's built to solve some of those challenges you're talking about. How to connect products, like if a pipeline goes down in South Texas, how does that affect the pricing in the Philippines? So being able to connect data globally in that way opens up brand new capabilities. So yes, it is a global product.
Tremendous opportunities in this space, obviously, but in the early days, it's so incredibly important to stay focused, right? And not try to be everything to everyone. So where is that focus for you right now?
100%. Another great question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we've been creating an incredible network through the SIs within Snowflake to handle more of that custom solution building. We are laser focused on building modular products that can be launched through native apps that solve broadly applicable products to many industries within Snowflake.
Smart.
I have a question just on the native app. I'm super excited that you use our framework, and it makes it easy. So in terms of technology, are you using, container services? I assume there's a lot of data that the native app is using. So do you also share, some data that you have? I mean, how does it work, this native app? Do you have more information since you released it today?
100%.
Yeah,
but the answer is both.
Yeah, the answer is both. We took the native app a little bit further than lots. It's launched as a proper application, a map-based visualization where you have user interfaces. You can connect to different data warehouses. We index right through that application. You can connect to the different compute pools. And that's really how they're getting it in through Snowflake at this point. So we really are using the Snowflake data that's already in their warehouse to now show it visually on a map.
Okay, really cool. I love it.
Great to hear.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic presentation. Thank you. San Francisco, how we doing out there? We're starting off strong. Without further ado, we're shipping it back to the stateside. We're going out to Boston. Let's see what we got.
At Scientific Financial Systems, we provide investment management firms with quantitative analytics built with the AI and data science best practices they need to get to alpha faster. We are based in Boston, Massachusetts, a world-class hub for education, technology, and finance.
Hi, I'm Pete Millington, co-founder and CTO at Scientific Financial Systems. I was raised in Houston, but came to Boston to study aerospace engineering at MIT.
I'm Ann Millington, the CEO of Scientific Financial Systems. I'm here today in my hometown of Anchorage, Alaska. We often hear from investment managers that they've wrangled their data, but then they don't know what to do with it. They ask themselves, now what? We help investment managers unleash the full power of their data.
I'm Mark Lowenthal, Chief Product Officer at SFS.
Hi, my name is Koy Stefanos. I am the Development Manager and Lead Data Engineer here at Scientific Financial Systems.
I'm Kathy McHugh, Director of Program Management. I work with the team on product, operational, and go-to-market readiness.
I'm Christian Clay. I work on Quotient's core financial calculations.
I am Julius Season. I work on marketing. I am based in the Philippines.
We engaged Kippy BI, Snowflake's 2023 Partner of the Year, to port our Quotient application to the Snowflake platform. Our Quotient application was built on top of our Qubels technology, which takes localized compute to the next level. We are excited to port our Quotient application to run as a native app in the Snowbark container services.
We are so thrilled to be part of the Snowflake Startup Challenge. Let it snow!
Hi. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Scientific Financial Systems, Ann Millington.
And I'm the other co-founder and CTO of Scientific Financial Systems, Pete Millington.
Full transparency, we're married.
To each other.
That's true. What I was going to say is we're married to the idea that SFS with Snowflake is leading the next frontier of data science.
How would you like to see farther, faster? Wouldn't it be nice if you had all the power of your data and all the answers you need at your fingertips in one place with full transparency and available at the speed of light? This is mission critical in today's data science world.
I came to Boston and I received my economics degree from Harvard. I met Pete in a CFA class. I worked on the investment industry in the buy side and the sell side before beginning my entrepreneurial life. I was raised in Alaska, the wild frontier of the United States.
And I started my career as a rocket scientist, and I worked on NASA's Hubble Space Telescope mission with a goal to collect more data and to see further with more transparency. Throughout my career, I've always been driven to explore new frontiers. With today's space telescopes, we can now literally see the edge of the universe and the beginning of time. Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, coined the phrase, space, the final frontier. Today, as my time as director of quant research at Fidelity and later as a hedge fund manager, I saw a new frontier opening up with data science and finance. This inspired me to transform the investment industry with better tools using data science and AI.
Pete and I co-founded SFS in order to give investment managers the cutting-edge data science tools they need in order to save time and develop alpha insights in order to beat the market. Or as Spock would say, to live long and prosper.
There was a time when the investment industry was dominated by star portfolio managers who used judgment and personal experiences to pick stocks. Since then, sources and volumes of data have exploded. As a result, data science and finance has now become a necessity. More data is only better if we know how to make it useful.
In exploring the world of modern data science, investment managers hit many obstacles. Disparate data sources, modern or legacy systems, siloed infrastructures, these are tough problems to solve. The investment management industry is over $100 trillion of assets under management. We can help these investment managers make better use of their data.
Quotient analyzes large data sets quickly in the cloud with full transparency of calculations. We then answer the question, now what, for Snowflake data customers, with our powerful analytics, including our backtester, event study, and machine learning-based forecaster modules.
With SFS, investment managers can explore and analyze their data more quickly while avoiding the asteroids.
Our Quotient application is built on our Qubel technology, which provides a semantic layer that translates data models written in Python into actionable, customized Snowflake queries and commands. Quotient self-organizes, caches, manages data updates, and automates recomputations. This automation saves significant time. SFS is currently pursuing a patent on this technology.
As a Snowflake technology partner experts, our SFS team is able to truly incorporate a lot of Snowflake innovations into our semantic layer. And we look forward to making those innovations available to the broader Snowflake user community.
Our innovations needed a platform like Snowflake to do them justice. Snowflake was the right partner at the right time. For a recent customer use case, thanks to our Snowflake-based architecture, we were able to complete their complex calculations in less than an hour, whereas traditional approaches could take more than a day. Their resultant data table had over 1 billion records and more than 50 columns.
We are excited to be up and running on Snowpark Container Services, and we will be deploying very quickly under a Snowflake native app. This is going to be able to, it's going to enable us to be able to offer Quotient just much more easily and effectively to the Snowflake user community.
Which brings us to how we are expanding our use of AI at SFS. Today, choosing the right AI copilot is mission critical.
Pete, he's clearly artificial, but does he look intelligent?
In all seriousness, we're living in the future. Quotient can provide the computational engine inside the AI brain. With AI, we seek the right answer, and combined with Quotient's transparency, you will see how and why it's also the trustworthy answer. We're excited to be part of the launch of the next frontier, data science.
We're thrilled to, oh, go ahead.
Mission Control, we are a go for data science.
We're thrilled to be part of the Snowflake Startup Challenge, and thank you to all the judges for your time and consideration.
Quotient, it's the space telescope for the data world. With Quotient and Snowflake, we will all see farther, faster.
The rocket is launching. Hop aboard. Don't get left behind.
Mission accomplished.
Well done indeed. Judges, we're starting off strong. Any questions?
Maybe I'll kick this one off. Congratulations. This
Thank
is
you.
something
Thank
that's
you.
near and dear to my heart, given the job I did just prior to running the New York Stock Exchange and the business I still chair at our parent company. Talk to me about how you deal with the challenge of structured and unstructured data, because increasingly that is what investment decisions are made off of. It's not just the traditional market data.
Great question. So in finance, obviously, always been early adopters of technology. You know, that's where people are going today, alternative data, unstructured data, textual data, sentiments, et cetera. So Snowflake has been really ideal for actually working with that, using all the different types of architectures, variant columns, JSON architectures, and bringing NLP into play into that. We provide the tools that allow our customers to do these things flexibly. So a lot of times they can write their own models and leveraging that. You know, everything that Snowflake can provide, we support with our technology. And we also provide kind of the ability to build your own models inside our application, both in terms of Python and SQL. So all of those capabilities that can leverage the NLP and textual data and unstructured data are available to our customers, and they can be creative and take advantage of those features.
I have a question on, I mean, to continue this line of thinking. You know, with Cortex now, Cortex AI, you can really, you know, extract information from this unstructured data and provide pipelines. So are you thinking, you know, of using that at some point in your native app? Or?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes. That's we're working on that now. You know, what we hope to do is use Cortex and provide some additional kind of complementary training, so our customers can work with our application, you know, through natural language, direct analysis, get the results back within the application, and you know, we can also expand that use case. That's very much where we're going, like with our product. So
okay, really cool.
Yes.
Well, I appreciated that you ended with Starship, considering that Starship launched this morning and those ships came back to Earth. I think it's incredible. So as you guys look toward the future, like your Starship, right? What is AI? So at Altimeter, we manage a lot of public dollars. I'm not a customer. Why should, you know, like we have our Bloomberg on our desktop. We have tons of tools that we leverage on our desktop. What is the use case that will demand that I pay you guys to get this product?
Okay. Well, Pete, do you want to talk about our open architecture?
Yeah, no, I think part of it is, you know, open architecture. We have an open data architecture. We have an abstracted data environment addressing system. Just allows our customers to work with data across the spectrum. You know, since we're data vendor agnostic, they can work with data across all different sources as well as their own internal data. But to your point, I think it's really around the ideation process, quick turnaround time on idea generation. Really, people need to focus more of their attention on the creativity of bringing, you know, analyzing insights from data and actually into actionable investment insights, and not deal with, as they have traditionally, with all the infrastructure, which is no longer a competitive advantage. It really needs to leverage Snowflake and all those capabilities, and firms that don't are going to be left behind. So really all our product is around helping flexibility and empowering our customers with creativity.
So Brad, you have to use Snowflake. That's
we already use Snowflake. As you remember, we were using Snowflake before you had any revenue. That's how long we've been.
Good one. Touché.
It's great to see that you're already working with a partner ecosystem of Snowflake. Talk a little bit more about your go-to-market strategy. Are you using the marketplace, and what is your business model?
Right, absolutely. Well, our our ideal customer, like within the investment management industry, is a quantitative research group or team, or really any portfolio management group that's looking to manage money systematically or using modern data science. So that's a big field. We conservatively expect out of $100 trillion under management out there, we could get 1.6 billion in revenue. And so basically within that group, our largest competitors are, the data science, the data providers. But again, they're trying to keep you in the terminal, like a Bloomberg or a FactSet. And increasingly, like the Python programmer, in-house solutions. And more, they're realizing that, look, we need to get onto like a Snowflake. We need to get onto like just outsourcing the experts, with data science techniques. And so our go-to-market with them is, through the native app and through land and expand. They're like big companies, right? And so if we can get started with one quant research team, and then we grow from there.
Thanks.
Congratulations. No problem. Thank you. San Francisco, how we doing? 2 down, 1 to go. Woo! And this time, we're staying in the US, but we're heading to the Big Apple. Please give it up for SignalFlare.ai.
I'm Mike. I'm the CEO, founder of SignalFlare. We're a decision intelligence platform for restaurants. We specialize in pricing. Being able to build our product on top of Snowflake completely changed the scalability and the ease of use, both in the first mile and the last mile, which allows us to reach customers that we wouldn't have been able to reach just 5 years ago. The best part about starting from scratch, after having built a company before, is that you know where to go for the best people. I was lucky enough to be able to find those people, and I'm incredibly proud of the team that I've been able to build.
I'm Janie Strickland, Chief Customer Officer. I have been working with top brands on menu analytics and price management decisions for over 10 years.
I'm Oliver Wagner. I run technology operations.
I'm Brendan Hearn, and I work on the data team.
I'm Tracy Brennan, and I work in client services.
Hi, my name is Nathan, VP of Engineering.
I'm Tammy Billings, and I'm the VP of Business Development, and I've been selling analytics to the restaurant industry for the past 10 years. What I love most about working for SignalFlare.ai is that we work with a bunch of smart people on the client side and on our side, and I really dig that.
We're driving measurable results for major brands in a trillion-dollar industry, and we're just getting started.
It's been fantastic, amazing learning. Thank you, Snowflake, for hosting us. And congratulations to our fellow finalists, Big Geo, Scientific Financial Systems. Well done, everyone. We're happy to be in your company.
What a great group.
Check out this headline. How many of us are frustrated with restaurant prices today? Yes, me too. The inflation stress is real. On the flip side, however, it is more costly to run a restaurant today. What if there was a solution that could help restaurants manage profit without alienating their customers? Well, there is SignalFlare.ai. Mike, tell us how we got here.
So restaurant pricing and data science is pretty niche. So how did I end up here? Well, it started in restaurant operations. And this was before my data affliction began. But then the two passions converged when I got obsessed with trying to figure out how to quantify the value of a restaurant experience. And that may seem simple at first, but if you've ever worked with restaurant data, you'll figure out that it isn't so simple after all. And let me put this into context with a real-life example. So a very famous restaurateur took a dirty water dog. In New York City, you'll understand what that is. It's a street vendor hot dog. And he actually put it into the best restaurant in the world and served it to his restaurant guests. And it increased the value of that restaurant experience. Think about that. A 35-cent meat stick served at a $1,000 experience, and it improved the experience, it improved the value. It doesn't seem to add up. Now, I'm leaving out a lot of context, but if you fill in all those dots, it actually adds up. Now, that's how it is with actually understanding the restaurant experience. If you fill in the dots with the data,
all of this actually becomes knowable. It doesn't have to be a mystery anymore. And this is what we've done for the average restaurant.
We affectionately call Mike our mad data scientist. I have worked with him for many years, and his credentials are worth a brag. He has built two startups that have revolutionized restaurant pricing using machine learning. In fact, the algorithms he built or contributed to have been used by over 70% of the top 50 US restaurant brands. Now, our new innovation, SignalFlare, has Snowflake at its core. Using features like Streamlit and Snowpark, we are able to deliver decision-ready simulations at scale. These simulations give our customers a picture of the possibilities, which leads to a better decision. In our first year, we are already analyzing data for over 2,000 restaurants, representing $4 billion in revenue. Our Snowflake-based ELT process speeds time to insights, which speeds time to revenue. In a past life, I was working on a large burger chain, and I had to wrangle data from 34 different systems and 3,000 codes just to get insights on one single item. That transformation process now takes 1/10 the time.
So our perpetual learning models prepare price and promotion by place, product, people, and period, and they're delivered by Sigma and data shares to make smart pricing easier for our customers. And it's scalable up to the largest enterprises and down to the smallest restaurant groups.
Now, how we make the sausage is super sophisticated, but what really matters is the results. Take one of our first clients, who is still a client today, a regional restaurant chain. They were able to achieve $2.7 million in incremental revenue with our solution. On a $75,000 investment, that is a 36 times ROI. That is what our clients want most.
And it's all possible because of these amazing people. I'm in awe of the team that brings it all together.
1,000%, Mike. A huge shout out to our colleagues, a bunch of brilliant minds of data, techies, sales. They truly make it a pleasure to come to work every day.
So Janie started out our discussion talking about inflation. And in restaurants is a really narrow margin business. It's not greedflation. This is an industry with more entrepreneurs, probably even entrepreneurs that don't know they're entrepreneurs yet, probably 1 million entrepreneurs. And they're a lot like us, right? They're sending their kids to college and trying to make car payments. And when you see these outrageous prices, oftentimes they're just bad decisions, right? And they need decision intelligence. And we're helping them by being able to scale down and scale up. And when we deliver this product to these restaurants, they're actually helping to keep their doors open. And by being powered by Snowflake and being able to integrate all the new innovations here, we're bringing this to a whole new set of restaurants that haven't been able to make these decisions and be able to be powered. So it's never been a better time for us to be powered by Snowflake.
And with Snowflake at our back, the future of SignalFlare, but more importantly, the future of our customers, couldn't be sweeter. Thank you.
Wow.
Having spent a decade in New York, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Judges, fantastic presentation. What's top of mind?
So you guys talked a lot about inflation. Clearly in my role, it's something that I'm looking at every day, if not multiple times throughout the day. Feels like inflation's a little bit of a tailwind for your business. How do you think about the macroeconomic environment changing with inflation coming down and how that feeds into demand for your product?
Yeah, no, it's important. We've been thinking about this, long before we sort of got what I would call to the other side of it. And we've been through a lot of different economic cycles. So when we built our product, we actually built it with this in mind, because what we know is that it's going to get harder on the other side. So there's a lot of other, what I would say, pricing solutions out there that are about how do we teach, people how to raise their prices. But because we actually have a geospatial component and we build in mobile data into it, we know where the most price-sensitive customers are. So we have a promotional component too. So we can identify where the most price-sensitive customers are, so that we can tell the brands, these are where your customers are, where you can actually lower your prices and send coupons and actually bring in the people who are actually the people who can afford your product the least.
Great, thank you. Congrats.
I do think the team at Tasty Bites would love to take a look at this.
Well, we would love an introduction.
I think I can make that introduction for you. But we want to understand that. How easy is it to use this?
Well, we make it as easy as possible, because we've been working with restaurateurs for a really long time. So, and that's why we're decision intelligence. We're not trying to stack data on top of data. Our simulation engine is actually not giving them data to make the decision. We're actually simulating so that we can say, these are the actual prices you should take, and these are the implications of how it's going to impact your business in terms of check and traffic impact. And then they can actually change the prices to say, I don't like those, so I'm going to do my own thing. But then it will tell you what the actual impact is after you change them, so that you know what the implications are of not taking the recommendation.
I have 3 quick questions. Number 1, are you the data engine, or are you also the front end? I think I heard you say something about Sigma, so that's the first question. Number 2, where are your revenues today? Sounds like you have a bunch of customers already using the product and satisfied. And number 3, are there distribution opportunities here? I think about, our friends at DoorDash or Uber Eats that are now working with millions of restaurants. Are there partnerships that can embed SignalFlare.ai into those distribution channels?
In terms of the revenue question, we're on track for about $1.5 million this year, and with probably another, I think, 400, 500 in the queue.
Awesome.
We have about 13 paying clients, awesome. And they cover the spectrum in terms of the segments and size. In terms of partnerships, we are working with and actively talking with some point of sale systems. That's a nice bolt-on to be part of the ecosystem. Once a decision is made, there's a whole set of activities that have to happen to deploy it. And we're focused in that area too. How do we make that easy for our clients in terms of the actual deployment?
Got it.
And actually, we just signed an integration and marketing agreement with a major point of sale. And that's going to be coming out next week. So we're pretty excited about that.
That's great. That's great.
I have a quick question on, do you use that? I assume you need a lot of data to make this recommendation, price recommendation. Do you use data from the marketplace, or you have your own data sources to make these recommendations?
So we do. Before we even ingest the point of sale data, so we're doing integrations with point of sale to take in the customer point of sale. But before we even do that, we license data from mobile data, from credit card sources, and we're harvesting data for competitive data, for local economic data. So we're actually building a base model for every restaurant in the country. So we already have an idea as to what that demand equation is for any restaurant before we even plug into the point of sale data. So that's sort of the secret sauce of our data, so that we already have a good understanding as to what that demand equation is. So that really changes the scalability of what we can do.
And very quick question. So you have a formula, right? And you say price equal, a bunch of aspects. Do you also recommend to users that if they were changing that factor in the equation, they may be able to increase their price or the components of the price, like the experience, the quality of the food or the service? I saw a few things. Do you help them also to adjust these factors to maybe help them increase their price?
So we have integrations with with guest satisfaction companies as well. So we can integrate that and we can identify what those components of the experience are that are failing. So in fact, we have a case study with one of our customers where we identified, after we discovered that a large number of their stores were showing extreme price sensitivity, we were able to trace it back to the service component more than actually their price changes. And we were able to identify which stores had to actually work on their services.
We're actually trying to give them a picture of the possibilities, what could happen, which includes the risk.
Yeah.
So we can present them with multiple scenarios, and they can make the best decision for their brand in terms of their risk tolerance.
And actually, as we're here, our minds are just spinning with all the possibilities for Cortex and all the uses of the AI cloud. Because right now, most of our AI models are sitting outside and connected with Snowpark, but being able to integrate all of that directly inside of the scalability and it just changes our entire ability to be able to scale quickly.
Okay, cool.
That's
San
great.
Francisco, let's give it up for SignalFlare.ai. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure. Okay, judges, talk about stiff competition. This is truly anyone's game. Now, before we get into the proper deliberation, I'm going to go straight down the line. Any gut checks? Denise, let's start with you.
Yeah, it's a stiff competition. I mean, 3 incredible companies. It's gonna be hard.
Benoit?
I agree. Every time it's so hard because each one has unique, interesting aspects. So to me, it's always super hard to decide. I'm a very bad judge, actually, in that sense.
Well, congratulations to all 3 finalists. I think all 3 of these companies have a bright future. As a venture capitalist, what I spend a lot of time thinking about is, oftentimes the companies that can scale the fastest, who already have revenue, they can build really nice businesses, but they may not be doing the hard science that has the big ultimate strategic value. So it's constantly a balance, and I'm sitting here saying, what is the hardest science versus what is the easiest go to market? And thinking about how to balance those. One way to frame it is I often say to entrepreneurs, let's assume everything you say is true. What's the size of the prize? And so for me, I'm really trying to size up what the ultimate markets are, assuming they win those markets.
Great perspective, Brad. And Lynn?
Well, first, congratulations to all of the finalists, and most importantly, congratulations to Snowflake. It's amazing to see this level of innovation continuing to expand the ecosystem that so many of us rely so heavily on. I personally love that all of these are anchored off of data. The value proposition on every one of those is anchored off of mission critical data, doing stuff quickly with mission critical data. Tough decision.
Listen, I don't envy the 4 of you, but the decision will be made here. So I'm going to jump in the crowd. We're going to get the deliberations going, drop their mics, and we'll let you guys start deliberating. I'll see you in a moment.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, San Francisco, we're coming onto the show floor. And listen, whether you think this competition is prearranged, it is not. They are deciding this right now. In years past, I have tried to jump in there and get a quick answer, and I have been shooed away. I will not do that here. But I wanted to come out. We're kicking off Dev Day. It's about practitioners, dreamers, and preparing for tomorrow. And actually, I'm running into last year's winner, Raf, Alexi, last year's winner of the Snowflake Startup Challenge. Alexi, from your perspective, how was the experience and how has the trailing 12 months been?
It's really nice to see how the team has raised the bar. We kind of feel like children, high school children, looking at the quality of the presentations this year. It's great to have Lynn, who was not physically able to be here last year, but we engaged with her in other really cool activities, rang the New York Stock Exchange bell. It was really the sort of event that put us on the map. So I have in my head kind of 2 favorites for today, but I'm going to keep it private. I think everyone deserves to win.
Raphael, from your perspective.
Likewise. I mean, the startup challenge is the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, we just raised a massive Series A, and it started the day after winning the challenge or just being on stage. This exposure is second to none. It's a world-class enterprise stage.
So gentlemen, I want to dig in a little bit deeper to the preparing for this event. We have a live studio audience here. It is all happening here. Being on the other side, having to present to these judges last year, what was that process like, and what were the major takeaways now as you execute day in and day out, Rafael?
So we were joking this summit that this is a great summit because we actually were able to be around on the floor. Last summit, the first 2 days, we're in hotel rooms prepping. So we know how they feel right now, and yeah, it's a really great show.
Yeah, so I think you guys are really telling the story that if you build on top of Snowflake, you are better, faster, stronger, more valuable. So I think these guys are going to benefit a lot from that.
You know, and that's very much the power of the collective AI data cloud ecosystem. You can see it quite literally all around us. Gentlemen, from your perspective, being at Snowflake Summit, getting to experience it, not prepping for the competition, how has it been, and what excites you about this next chapter here for the AI data cloud?
I mean, I think the folks participating are going to enter an amazing ride. Here at Maxa, we've doubled the team, tripled revenue. Native apps are really the bad analogy here, but the atomic bomb that allows you to have incredible arsenal to attack larger enterprise accounts, right? Because security, governance, control is key when you're going after larger enterprise accounts. Native apps allow you to have that right away as a small-ish startup. So that's really incredible. I think everyone here at the show is leveraging that, and the addition of Cortex and all the LLM features allow startups to focus on the true value add that they can bring and not have to reinvent the wheel and build everything themselves, right? Really focus on the pure value add. So that's an amazing setup.
Rolf, anything you'd like to add?
Like at Maxa, we believe that native apps are so transformative that they allow corporate America to finally be able to take startup innovation, bring it inside their enterprise with all the trust and on their own terms. What's amazing is all these companies here is building on native apps. They could actually start delivering solutions to Fortune 100s or global players. This is amazing. It's a complete game changing.
So gentlemen, the major difference in the format here today is we are very much kicking off Dev Day. How does it feel to be surrounded by thousands of practitioners, developers who are looking to make that next step into a successful business? Rob.
Well, native apps is not just a technology platform. It's a marketplace. It allows you to solve your distribution needs. You can deliver any one of your technology to top-tier companies with a click of a button. And that is amazing. So it's not just tech here. This is distribution. This is a marketplace. This is a whole ecosystem. And native apps can play nice together. We have Document AI playing with some other data. We got Maxa playing with ERP data, and we like also Document AI. We're talking with some partners over there. Maybe we can sort of piggyback on our native apps together. This is really, really a platform with an ecosystem coming together.
It's great to hear the buzz. The excitement is all around us. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. It's great to have you back at Snowflake Summit. We're just getting started here with Dev Day. I'm going to take a quick check-in on our judges. I know that look. That is, we are not ready. So how are we feeling down here? Fantastic presentations all around. We will get, but what I'd like each and every one of you to do, let's give another round of applause for our 3 finalists here today. This is unbelievably difficult to prepare, to pitch in front of this all-star judging lineup. Now, it looks like you have come to a consensus. How do we feel about it? Ready?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know about a consensus. We had some split decisions. They were all incredible. All of these companies, I think, are fundable. And all of these companies, I think, demonstrate the power of getting onto the Snowflake marketplace, 10,000 customers behind you, unlocking this, etc. But I think we did come to an agreement at the end of the day.
A little bit of arm wrestling.
Like I said, I don't envy the judges here today.
I hate my job today.
So for everyone watching here live at Dev Day from around the world, thank you so much for being with us here today. This snowboard represents the grand prize. We know what's at stake. The business potential that these companies have, that's what it's about. It's an exciting next chapter. It's about the power of the ecosystem. But Benoit, if you could please join me, the center of the stage.
It's always me who has to do the...
Now, without further ado, the winner of the 2024 Snowflake Startup Challenge Grand Finale
is SignalFlare.ai.
Bring it up. Come on up. Congratulations. Come on, we can do better than that, Moscone. Come on, let's make some noise. Woo!
You guys are incredible.
Congratulations. An exciting next chapter for the entire team. Denise, a lot of hard work and a lot of deliberation went into it. Why did SignalFlare.ai stand out?
No, we love the mission. There's a big problem to be solved here, a massive market opportunity. We look forward to go to market with them over the next future year. Thanks.
An exciting next chapter. Yeah. Perfect way to kick it off in Dev Day. Snowflake the Bear has made its way out. So to each and every one of you, thank you so much for being here. Go out and build.
Great job,
because the
guys.
next year's competition starts right now. I'm Brian Green. It's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of Dev Day, but don't go anywhere because we are continuing the content throughout the day. Next up, we have an unbelievable venture capitalist panel, so stay tuned. It's all happening here at Snowflake Summit for Dev Day. Thanks again, and start building.